every politician, they say they will give us a better life, a better future. Tomorrow money will be in our pocket. We can travel, we can see the world, we can build our own house, we can have everything. That's the promise.
Most of our government officials, they are not people who know about fisheries. They just take them and put them in the government. They take you from anywhere and say, look, you'll be the director of fisheries.
In view of what I was saying, and you say we need political representation for fisher folks. So my question is, have those promises been fulfilled? And if yes, in which area? That's one of the questions you're going to answer. And the second question, if no, what is your step toward claiming your right? The discussion was about the fisher representations at political levels, meaning on the political decision, whether the fisher folks have a voice to say. Unfortunately, in all our country, we see that the representations of fisher in political decision is very limited.
Absolutely. I think that we also need to lobby politicians. Because if we continue to see them as enemies, if we continue to isolate ourselves from them, whilst they are the same people making decisions, then in the long run, solution that we may get in 1 week or one month may be delayed for a few years. Yeah. But if we bring them on board, of course, there is a danger of being co-opted. But if we bring them on board and we stick to our vision, then that can contribute to...
I agree with you, because even if we may look at them as enemies, but I mean, you can't fight when you don't know who you're fighting. We need to identify who are our enemies and who are our allies so that we can work together. That's right.
You see, for me, one thing also is the issue of the political schools. Because I think it's from generation to generation, you know, the struggle has changed. Many of the issues are the same, but the new generation isn't that much involved into politics as the elders are, you know, and for me that is a challenge, because as you said, I totally agree that we must work with the politicians in order to fulfill our objectives. But we can only fulfill our objectives if we have people there who's fully known about what is going on. And currently, I mean, from a South Africa context, there's non-political schools exist. So the politicians that is in charge will be the politicians that still will be in charge in the future because of a lack of political education. So, I mean, it's something that must be there. You know, we can't ignore politics. Politics, we must acknowledge it, and for me, I think it's an opportunity to say that there need to be more political schools and those kind of support into the communities.
Also, something I wanted to say. Why don't we? Because in most countries, the fisheries sector is grouped under another ministry. It's under Ministry of Water, Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Agriculture. Why don't we have our own ministry?
Yeah, I think that's also a point that we must put down.
It may not be small-scale fisheries specifically, but Ministry of Fisheries.
Yeah.
Yeah. For us to be successful in our action, what we want to do, we have to have solidarity campaign with other countries. Maybe Seychelles is fighting for something, and South Africa have already fight for that same thing, and they have got a good result. We can learn from them through our solidarity
We have talked about that.
In
Building
networking. Okay. Okay.
collaborations, alliances, and networking.
The three of us that sitting here in front has been elected to, on behalf of the African continent, just read an appeal to the COP17 decision makers.
In particular, we draw attention to the impact that climate change has on fisher people, whose basic life and livelihoods depend on healthy marine ecosystems and the natural resources it has historically availed. Prioritizing industrial fishing over small-scale fishing has only added the degradation of marine environment. We call on you to protect our water bodies, our nature, and our lives, and yours as well. The time is now.
I want to ask you a question. I hear from you that you're talking to the minister, you're talking to the governor. How difficult is it for you to get hold of those people?
No, Seychelles is small. You, to the secretary, you make a call, you call. We have the private number of the minister. They give us our number. Yeah, I have the private number of them, and I just call them. I want a meeting. Or we send email, we say things like that.
Oh, we've been trying for a couple of years now.
No, but you are a big country, you can understand. We are a small island.